Attention passionate Cleveland, BROWNS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Cleveland Browns' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Cleveland, BROWNS. Let's get to the news now, folks. The NFL season is always full of surprises, and this year, especially for the Cleveland Browns, it's no different. We're deep into the season, and the Browns, like many teams, are facing some crucial moments, especially with the trade deadline looming on November 4th. The Browns are at a bit of a crossroads right now, trying to figure out how to maximize their roster and push for a playoff run. But what's truly fascinating is the kind of strategic moves that could be on the horizon, moves that might reshape the division and alter the balance of power in the AFC North. And one team that's been in the mix, not just in the standings, but also in trade discussions, is the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars, who started the season with a promising 4-3 record, have seen some recent setbacks, dropping their last 2 games. Naturally, that's raised questions about their ability to stay competitive in a wide-open AFC. The Jaguars are a team with a lot of talent and potential, but like any squad, they're looking to tighten things up and find ways to improve as the season progresses. And with the trade deadline just around the corner, they're exploring options. This is where the Cleveland Browns come into focus because, honestly, the relationship between these two teams has been quite active this year. They've already made some moves, swapping draft picks and even exchanging veteran corners like Greg Newsome II and Tyson Campbell. So it's clear that there's a level of familiarity and mutual interest. Now, Vinny Utter from the Sporting News recently proposed an intriguing idea that's got a lot of Browns fans talking. He suggests that Jacksonville should be making a serious push to acquire Wyatt Teller from Cleveland. Yep, the same Wyatt Teller who has been a mainstay on the Browns' offensive line for years. This potential trade is more than just a speculative rumor. It's rooted in strategic reasoning that could benefit both teams. Utter points out that Cleveland's final season of Teller's contract makes him an attractive trade target, especially for a team like Jacksonville, which is looking to bolster its offensive line. Teller, as many of you know, is a 3-time Pro Bowler, an elite guard who's been a dominant force in the trenches. He's been a key player for Cleveland since he was traded there in 2019 after being drafted in the 5th round by the Bills in 2018. Over his 8-year NFL career, he started nearly 100 games, primarily at right guard, and has been a cornerstone of the Browns' offensive line. Between 2021 and 2023, Teller was considered one of the best guards in football, earning 3 consecutive Pro Bowl selections. That's a testament to his talent, consistency, and leadership on the field. But now, at 31 years old and on an expiring contract, it's natural to wonder whether Cleveland will look to move him. The Browns are currently in a unique position. They're competing this season, and protecting the quarterback and establishing a solid run game are priorities. With the Browns facing some defensive challenges, especially in pass protection, adding a veteran like Teller to the Jaguars' offensive line could be a game changer. Jacksonville's offensive line has had some issues recently, giving up a concerning 10 sacks and 62 pressures in just their last 2 games. That's a red flag for any team trying to make a serious playoff push. The idea is that Teller would bring stability, experience, and a proven track record to Jacksonville's front. His presence could help protect Trevor Lawrence, give the Jaguars' rushing attack a boost, and ultimately help them close out tight games. For Cleveland, trading Teller might seem like a tough pill to swallow, but it could also be a strategic move, especially if they're looking to develop their younger linemen or free up cap space for other needs. The Browns are known for their commitment to building a strong, resilient team, and sometimes that means making tough decisions, even involving veteran players who have been great servants. It's worth noting that Teller's time with the Browns has been nothing short of impressive. He's been a key figure in Cleveland's offensive success, especially during their playoff runs in recent years. His ability to anchor the line, create running lanes, and provide protection in crucial moments has been vital. Yet, as the season unfolds and the trade deadline approaches, the possibility of moving him becomes a real consideration. The Browns could be weighing whether to hold onto him for the stretch run or to explore potential trades to get younger or more versatile pieces. And let's not forget the bigger picture here. The AFC North is fiercely competitive this year, with each team vying for playoff positioning. The Ravens, Steelers, and Bengals are all in the mix, and every move, whether it's a big trade or a strategic adjustment, could tip the scales. If Jacksonville manages to land Teller and strengthen their offensive line, it could give them the edge they need to challenge the division leaders. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, keeping Teller might mean they're betting on their current roster and believing in their ability to make a deep postseason run. But realistically, moving a player of Teller's caliber isn't something Cleveland does lightly. The Browns have a strong offensive line core, and Teller has been a leader in that group. His leadership, experience, and consistency are invaluable, especially when you consider the importance of protecting their young quarterback, Deshaun Watson. The Browns have been building a team capable of competing at the highest level, and maintaining a solid offensive line is a cornerstone of that strategy. However, the NFL is all about the next move, and the trade deadline is that final opportunity to make a bold move. For Jacksonville, this could be their chance to add a proven veteran, someone who can immediately impact their offensive line and help them turn their season around. For Cleveland, it's about weighing the benefits of future flexibility and cap space against the immediate benefits of keeping Teller. It's a classic chess game, and both sides are carefully considering their options. Now let's talk a little about what this means for the Browns' season. Cleveland has been playing solid football, but they've faced their share of challenges, especially in the trenches. Losing some games due to protection issues or inability to run effectively can be costly in such a competitive division. If they decide to hold on to Teller, it signals their confidence in their current roster and their belief that they can compete for a deep playoff run. But if they move him, it signals a focus on future planning, potentially looking to rebuild or restructure their team in the offseason. And let's be honest, Browns fans, the excitement here is palpable. The idea of a major trade can shift the entire narrative of the season. It sparks hope, anticipation, and a bit of nervousness, because deep down, everyone wants to see their team succeed, especially when the stakes are this high. The trade deadline always brings surprises, and this year the Browns could be part of one of the biggest moves if they choose to go in that direction. So as we approach November 4th, keep your eyes glued to the news, because any announcement regarding Wyatt Teller and the Browns' roster could come at any moment. The Browns have a talented team, a strong coaching staff, and a passionate fan base ready to cheer them on. Whether they decide to hold on to Teller or make a bold move, one thing is for sure: the Cleveland Browns aren't just here to participate. They're here to contend, to fight until the very last whistle, and to make their mark in this AFC North season. And now, Cleveland Browns fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Do you think the Browns should trade Wyatt Teller to Jacksonville or hold on to him and ride this season with what they have? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Cleveland Browns. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Cleveland Browns news. We're in this together, and every game, every move counts as we chase that Super Bowl dream. Thanks for being here, Browns fans, and as always, keep the faith and keep supporting our team through thick and thin.